Ostrupen have become pretty much meta now, man.
Dude, against Brits,
They're
Ostrupen are absolutely insane.
even against U.S. forces, you just outnumber them in the early game, and you take away the advantage that they have, and
Hmm.
it's really potent.
To
I've
be,
had to deal with that many
yeah.
times, and it's not fun.
Honestly, though, from knowing, Jove's full-on meta, I'd totally see him going Mech Assault or Lightning War, to be completely honest. I
Yeah,
mean,
we'll see.
Ostrupen has the potential, but it's not necessarily as safe.
I mean, if I was coming into this as Jove and I see this loadout, there's no way in hell I'm picking Ostrupen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. I'm surprised there's no partisans like people are saying in chat. Like, damn. Alright, I'm at 8 seconds. We'll get to pause at the start.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, game started. I'm at
Pause
0.
at 0.
Okay, ready?
Do you
3.
have our
Oh,
webcams up and everything?
webcams are gone. It's just the cast now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I thought there was something.
I
Yep.
don't know.
Okay.
Alright, you ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. 1,
All right.
2, 3, 4.
All
Awesome.
synced up.
Alright, here
Wow,
we
we
are,
picked
ladies and
Ostrupen.
gentlemen. He did go Ostrupen. Amazing.
Yeah,
Alright.
instantly.
So
Sorry
we're
to
doing
interrupt you
it.
there.
So we've got Mr. Jove bringing out the Ostrupen, and BartonPL just doing his con opening. Double con. So I guess now that the Molotovs are pretty good, we're going to be seeing a lot of conscript openings if people go Soviets, especially with the received accuracy bonus.
Yeah, they've got considerably buffed, thankfully, because their late game was quite lacking, and they weren't really able to compete at all with vetted LMG Grens. And now, they may not be able to compete head to head with the LMG Grens, but at least they have their extra endurance buff that allows them to stay on the field and possibly provide time for other units to support them against those Grenadiers and various other units.
But received accuracy
But
buff is
he's gone.
definitely a legalizer.
Yeah, Jove's gone for an Ostrupen MG opening, which you don't really see that often because Grenadier and MG can come out the same time as well, but I guess he just wants to play really heavy on the Ostrupen. He's spawned a second one now.
Yeah, to be
He's
fair,
rushed the...
sorry, go on.
Yeah, I was just noticing that right here he's rushed that house, which is really good as Axis, and anyone spawning on this side, because losing control of this house means pretty much losing control of your cutoff, and getting someone dislodged out of there is a real pain in the ass. And you usually see allied players with their very first infantry squad rush that house to establish the momentum in the game, but I guess they're playing sort of passive right now. I guess getting a feel for each other's strategy. He'll spot the Ostrupen right here. Those cons.
No, I definitely agree with that. That house, it's almost a gamble if you're on the left side as Axis, especially, because sometimes you'll choose to ignore it and just go for an aggressive capping style, and if you make that wrong choice, an OMG pop puts a rifle squad in there, you might as well just quit the game. Because
yeah,
it gets pretty substantial. MG engages the cons here. Cons are in red cover. The extra suppression and damage don't bode too well for them. Ostrupen moving in. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe rifle fire gives minor suppression, so that's going to keep them pinned down for a while.
Yep.
Engineers.
Barton's made a run for this mid-house. Oh, he's changed his mind. He's relying to support.
These conscripts definitely have the flank on the Ostrupen. The Ostrupen are... Actually, that's kind of interesting how he... Well, I mean, yeah, cover doesn't really matter when you're at that range, but...
yeah. Those cons are still suppressed, though, funny enough.
No kidding. You can definitely see now with the Ostrupen. I mean, Jove's still capping around the map, and Barton's had to kind of center in the middle here, and he can't really cap anymore.
Yeah, Joe's made the momentum in his favor. He's forcing Barton to react to his plays and his movements rather than the other way around, which is what you normally see as allies this early on.
Ostrupen on near the cutoff of Barton. It's going to be hard to dislodge without Molotovs. Now, is he getting Molotovs? That would be... Nope, another conscript squad. Damn, 5 conscript squads. What the heck is Barton doing?
Well, I mean, Jove's strategy is going to counter this heavy conscript build quite easily, I would think. He's got 2 MGs, 3 Ostrupen.
And I mean, there's no
and now that Ostrupen are sort of fixed with their little buff and garrisons, they get it now.
Yeah,
so he can't engage them like this.
Yeah, he's just going to keep bleeding. I mean, the Ostrupen are cheap as shit. I mean, to be fair, conscripts are pretty cheap to reinforce too, but Not on the overall level of Ostrupen.
Yeah, and Ostrupen are even more spammable.
Yeah, you gotta look at it. They have equal number of squads, but 2 MGs and 3. Oh, this Ostrupen might eat shit.
Yeah,
I
that
think
might
he'll
be
get
the
away.
first wipe already.
No.
Luckily for him, that window on the north side and south side of the church, there's just one window.
It's just one window, yeah.
So if he really wanted to, he'd have to get out and possibly expose himself to the MG. So I guess he chose keeping his conscript on the field rather than gambling.
Oh, Molotovs are hit. That's I saw him right there. Ostrupen almost eat it there.
Yeah, and this is what he needed to sort of make all these engagements go in his favor.
Oh, the double MG interlock in the middle. There is no way Barton can push. He's just gonna have to get out of there.
Yeah,
Not a chance.
Yeah. He's getting field hospital right now, so this is
And
really
like
tier 0 heavy from
No, it's
Barton.
I guess he's gonna wait for shocks, but now that T2's been researched for Jove, and if he gets a 2-2-2 out, as long as he keeps his range, he can do some decent damage.
That's very true. He'd
Barton
have to force
retreats out of
Barton to
church.
tech 18 aids. And trying to rush at a 2-2-2 with interlocking MGs is just a real good way to waste munitions.
Yeah. No, it's absurd how good that can be. I mean, at this point right now, it's I mean, map control's fairly even, all things considered, even though Barton got pushed off the field, but seems like their capping power is quite equal. And without any tech from Barton and all this, I mean, the tech still hasn't come up yet. He's just getting medics in his base right now. But Jove has the potential to completely overtake this map, especially with double MGs. He can get to that cutoff and hold it, and there's nothing that Barton can really do against that.
Yeah, I would have thought back to that the 5th Connie build. I thought instead of that he'd definitely tech tier 2 and build a mortar, but chose not to. So he's gonna suffer from these MGs and garrisons and crucial choke points, and
especially
it's gonna be really tough
Kolodny.
for him to dislodge him. Yeah, I feel like
a good map to put an MG down by. There's so many choke points around here, and the MGs can just dominate as long as you support them well. And obviously, Jove isn't a guy who's going to throw his MGs around willy-nilly.
Yeah, and you see a sneaky S-mine patch going off here on the north side.
Beautiful.
And I'm pretty sure the sign might be hidden in that brush by the fence. We'll see what happens with that. But
oh no! Well, the one sign
Jove
is, but the other ones are extremely obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, these Ostrupen are just, killing these conscripts at long range, and Barton really can't fight against them. There's so much light cover on this map that Ostrupen have no trouble getting their cover bonus. And it's not like heavy cover gives it a better bonus. I mean, it's flat.
It's the same, just like Brits.
Yeah, exactly. For the longest time, I thought the Brit cover bonus was actually better in heavy cover.
I thought so too, but
because
wrong.
there's a Minesweepers, so Barton's already spotted the S-mine field. I kind of feel it was a bit silly for Jove to build the full field. He might have
I would have thought he built like 1 or 2 patches on the road.
Especially that early into the game. I mean, he's got decent income, but that's an extra. Well, he doesn't have Grenadiers, to be fair. But
got shot troops out from Barton. Moving up the north. These should be really good in breaking this sort of containment.
They're gonna wreck the Ostrupen, that's for sure. But if Jove keeps these MGs moving and well, I think those shocks are gonna have a tough time even doing anything. He built some more S-mines on the cutoff, but the one thing I don't like that he did was he built it while it was still under Barton's control. So Barton, if he was paying attention,
he may have seen it.
He may have seen it exactly.
He's definitely seen it now. He's He's been planning it right in front of him.
Oh jeez, the Ostrupen right by the middle there in red cover, 2 con squad shooting at them.
Look at the mid though. He was hiding a shock troop there, waiting for him to move up, and he's just caught him out of position.
Yeah,
that was a good flank. He might even wipe this Pio sweeper if he focuses it on the red road.
But oh boy, here we go.
Shocks were
it's
climbing.
Definitely. Oh, you know what? If
I think
that
this
MG
con might
didn't,
finish it off.
No, that MG's got it covered.
Wow,
luckily he gets
very
away.
lucky there.
Yep. Yeah, he's got to get out those shocks. I mean, even though they're not doing the damage, it's just the shock value they have when they flank you. You're gonna have to retreat right away.
Ironically,
so it's giving you the map control.
There you go. The shocks broke the containment. It's moving to the cutoff to support Well, the conscripts retreated now,
Oh,
but
these
he
piles
should
might...
be able to take this Ostrupin and this pile. He might even wipe
That
this
pile's
pile.
definitely wiped. There's no chance. Oh, and a flamer gets dropped.
Wow.
That is the worst thing that could possibly happen.
All right, we're gonna see this conscript from the building. Oh, he picked it up with the shots. Wow.
Yeah. You know what? That's not
That's not bad either.
Because especially with all the garrisons in cover, I mean that.
Yeah, you just
naturally helps
smoke
the
and then
shots.
flame him out. It's not bad. Nice little utility those guys have now. He's cut off Jove. Jove is building another pile to replace. He's built a pack.
That pile definitely was a...
Not preempt. It's
Yeah,
good
well,
timing.
yeah, it's a good timing.
10
with
minutes
this,
or so. I just don't think he understands the scope of what Barton's playing. I think, if I'm gonna guess, I think Barton's not even gonna tech past tier 2 and just make a lot of KV8s.
Oh,
Since
definitely.
he knows he has Ostrupin.
I mean,
no
yeah, as long as he has
tolerance
T2,
for
you can indefinitely hold at T2 with 5 con squads and a couple Zis guns. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna ride the really powerful KV8 to victory this game. We'll see if he does something else though.
Losing that Pio and the Flamer, like that is actually so huge. People look at Pios as whatever, it's a builder unit, 200 manpower, not a big deal. But that was Jove's only anti-garrison in the entire game, and up until he rebuilt it. So that's how Barton was able to hold that cutoff for a little while. I mean, Barton didn't push enough to actually decap the cutoff, but the point was, Jove couldn't actually break out of his own spawn. He was stuck trying to defend it against.
Yeah, and he's got an Ostrupin sitting in that Molotov fire. He just had to retreat it.
Yeah.
Another Molotov went off by that North Munitions. Ooh. Conscripts hit the last remaining S-Mine batch on retreat. I think that's there's a bit more, I think.
Yeah, there's a couple, there's actually like
down.
3 or 4 mines left. That's actually pretty substantial.
Wow, he's building a 3rd MG.
Ooh.
You have a Zis gun from Barton.
If he knows that Barton's going to do the T2 holdout, which it's kind of easy to predict, I guess, 3rd MG's not a terrible idea. Because he knows
I
at
think
least
at this
until
point
9
it's
CP.
becoming more of a liability because as great as his micro is, he's just canceled it. Like controlling those 3 and possibly slipping up throughout the game and giving an MG to MG42 away is it's just suicidal.
Yeah.
It's really, really tough. Yeah, I think he just misclicked or tapped his key wrong. He might have been just
I think honestly he's more indecisive. You go from an MG to a P-Gran. I mean P-Grans, at least when I build them, that's when I don't know what to build. Like P-Grans are one of those odd units that, I mean now they're better with the less bleed, but they've always kind of been that little...
good versus heavy con builds, I think.
Yeah.
Versus riflemen as well without upgrades, but once they get the upgrades, they can give those Panzergrens real trouble. I would think he would be teching up to Battle Phase 2 instead of getting the P-Grens, but I guess
definitely.
We have a teller mine going down in that little road by the church and the munitions.
Is to double check, what time are you at?
Ooh. 12:12 now.
Okay, perfect, we're good synced. Someone was saying that we might have been unsynced because I opened up TAC map, but I guess it's not the case. Damn, this shock flank though. That was nasty. That teller's not even done yet.
Yeah, he canceled it because he assumed Barton would see it.
Was it canceled? It's still on my screen.
He didn't cancel it yet. It's like almost finished, 99%.
I think he might as well just cancel it because then at least, even if he finishes it, it's quite obvious where that is.
Yeah, he has to cancel or else the minesweepers will get rid of it. And that's just wasted munitions.
I'm really surprised how far Barton's come back. I was honestly thinking that Jove would have held the map for much longer than, the 8 minutes that he held out.
Yeah, Barton's done a great job in that regard. See, he's building another Zis gun, so I think
it's definitely
what we
the call
forecasted is what he's playing. Yeah, but Jove is teching now. He's got all his dudes at base pretty much. He's gonna get his tier 3 up real fast and probably get out of Panzer 4 or maybe even Oswin if he feels like his map control is really lacking. So we'll see what happens with that.
I think him knowing that if he was paying attention to the doctrines that Barton picked, he knows that the KV8's coming, and I don't think an Austin would be that great of an idea because it's only going to have a few minutes of a,
Wait, but you never know. I've seen players like him, Devem, with considerable map control, just outright choose to skip the Panzer IV in terms of having a more potent counter harasser, because the Oswin just shreds conscripts and all these units that he has right now, besides his Ziskans, of course. But yeah, the Panzer IV I think would probably be the better call, considering that KV-8 is in 2 of 3 of his doctrines.
Exactly. So that Tellermine still hasn't been cancelled. I'm not sure if that's intentional or if that's just a kind of a mistake.
I think he might have forgot.
Yeah, he might have forgotten. I mean, he's moving his men over it, so I don't know. That's a pretty substantial thing to forget about. That's 50 munitions just sitting there. It's not chump change by any means.
Hey, he could be playing through TAC map on those guys walking over it, so he may not see it. But
oh yeah.
But that MG definitely sees it, because you don't move MGs on TAC map.
Exactly. T3's
Unless
up, so
they're TAC moving with,
I think he's going for the P4. Definitely, he's not building the Ostwind, so.
Yeah, he's right about there resource-wise, so that should be good. But Barton is ready. 2 Zisk guns, waiting at base. I don't think he's put down any mines. He has 300 munitions.
Yeah.
And
there's another teller just went down
besides
south
Molotovs.
as well, and Jove still hasn't canceled the north one. I hope that's not like an observer bug, because it's kind of silly. He's built another teller and he still forgot about the other one.
Yeah.
I mean, he must be hurting from that 50 munitions missing. Like, he should have been, you know, thinking about that. Where did all that munitions go? Huh. Yeah, I mean, this until the KV-8 comes out, the mid really can't be lost by Jove, because, I mean, did this part in the church open up a little bit? It kind of seems like it's more open than before. Where that MG is there to be shrub, wasn't there?
Oh, over there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was shrub there before.
So you could control your cutoff easier.
Yeah.
It was quite dumb to like have someone camp your cutoff and you couldn't engage him from the other side.
Exactly.
So they cleared that up.
Yeah, so
cover.
Good job by Eagleheart fixing up the maps. He always takes all that feedback to heart, and he takes a while, but when he gets that map feedback in and he applies it, he makes the maps way better.
Oh, Jove's finished that teller mine.
Oh, finally. Maybe it's one of those like tricky things where he's gonna pretend that he didn't build it. Barton doesn't know.
Well, they could well not be playing mind games with each other.
But Barton, I mean, he's got a sweeper. He's not gonna be silly and charge his KV-8 over into anything.
You never know. Heat of the moment, man. You see that kill, you go for it. Bam, teller mine, 2 packs, clean you up.
The Panzer IV has arrived from the fatherland. Deutschland, the Blitzkrieg. Except the .org deck was not the. Oh shit! Grenade, what's going on? That MG, ooh, Molotov on the MG. The MG got.
I think he'll be insta-teching 8. Oh, he's teched 18-8s preemptively. He's already
ready, eh?
Yeah, I don't think he'd want to throw one right now because it's not going to do anything. But he is moving both his guns up north.
Incendiary rounds are ready. Cutoff taken. Jove has a couple of minutes, at the very least, to establish dominance over this cutoff. And if he stops his S-Man right now, if he pays attention and stops it, Barton will run into it, but Barton sees it.
Oh, wow.
That would have been so beautiful.
Barton just lost his sweeper.
Oh, jeez, lost his sweeper.
They got one-shotted by the Panzer IV.
Oh, man.
It's
Actually,
rough.
well, now they can't do anything. Barton can't cap back because the sweeper's gone, and S-Mines were late on his cutoff.
I think he's going to have to risk it and like put one foot in the circle kind of thing, like he's doing now. There we go.
Yeah, he only got 2 squares down, so he can only do a rectangular formation that's more towards Jove's side of the map.
Yeah, if I see this, when I see this Panzer IV and I'm Barton, I'm thinking when my KV-8 comes out, I'm just going to play really conservative and, you know, have my Zisk guns always behind my KV-8, just pretty much hugging them and just walk up and force retreats everywhere. And have my infantry push up. Panzer IV cannot play aggressive versus 2 Zisk guns because it just takes four penetrating shots to take it out. But I'd really like to see some mines from Barton on his flanks because
the munitions float is just
feel
insane.
Like, yeah, I mean, I get you want to use your propaganda and your artillery, but those mines are gonna win you games. And you see right here, he's having to deal with constant pressure of S mines. And when you see this, you're gonna have to assume there's 1 to 3 tellers around the map. So,
you know, the funny thing I find is, with all this pressure with S-Mines, it actually hasn't killed any model. Like, I mean, there's only that model in retreat that it killed the one time. Otherwise, it's been getting sweeped almost every single time.
Yeah, Barton's good on that, but like Jove, for the most part, hasn't been planning full batches of them, so he's not really losing much, and he's I think it would always be worth it to plant that little bit on certain points. Like, see here by that shrub, by the Panzergren, that's a really nice point
Oh
to
yeah.
plant those on. That's
Especially
the
because
cutoff, of course.
you can't see the signs. Well, I mean, this one you can. Oh, incendiary right on top of the cutoff building. Those Osttroopen are eating shit. Oh, and they just barely make it out.
Wow.
Parasist is on the Panzer IV, and Jove just retreats a little bit late, but he'll get out of there.
He'd get away, yeah.
Stug 3 out.
He's lucky he positioned it properly to get away from pack guns, just right there with the hedge. Almost time for KV-8, and Barton is floating for them, so he's probably just going to call in one after another.
Jove's prepped with the Dane-Geschütz, though. He's preemptively getting. He's got 2 packs ready. A Dane-Geschütz, a P4. I think, completely honest, Jove, if he plays it well, he will win this game because he has so many. He hasn't really lost anything. I mean,
he hasn't, but that KV-8 will change that really fast. The KV-8 just walks up, fires a burst, and that's either a dead squad or you gotta retreat, and that just gives room for his Zisk guns to be really forthcoming with his tanks. So even when he has the Stug and the 2 packs, if he has 2 KV-8s, then he can might as well flank one and burn both packs out while the other one takes in the fire.
You're right. The KV-8 has no limit to it.
There's no limit to it. Yeah,
it's
that's
that
why
medium
it's
heavy
really
goes past it.
Yeah, we see the first one coming out now. We're gonna see what he's doing with that.
The Clement Voroshilov 8. There's no Russian equivalent of Dane that I could impersonate.
But I really like this unit preservation. Both sides have just lost their NGs.
Yeah.
So one NG, yeah. So that's really impressive.
Well, that matters early game. In the late game, it's not a huge deal.
But this KV-8 is gonna change a lot of things. So
if he starts using it, he's being pretty conservative with it right now. It's just sitting around. I mean, I guess Barton's really busy micring all around the map. He's got a couple of engagements going on.
Yeah, I think he's deciding where he wants to send it because he just spotted the Panzer IV down here in the south. So I'm thinking he might want to send it up to the north and force Jove to react to him. But I guess he's waiting for another KV-8 to spawn before he does anything.
Oh
like
boy.
Just
Voroshilov is ready. Maybe wait for 3, to be honest.
Do you think he might just... Okay, no, he's moving out. I was thinking he'd just pull a Vaughn and, like,
wait for 3 and go to the base.
Yeah. But I don't think he could do that with 2 packs and a Stug and a Panzer IV and, like, ignore everything. Yeah.
I mean, even if he's with just a main gun, there's no way he's going to kill that P4.
Yeah, you see he's got his Zisk guns up mid, sort of baiting the infantry to push up to take it out, even though he is with the light artillery barrage. But the KV-8s are moving in.
Oh, that teller!
There's another teller mine!
Oh, jeez! And the pack's right there, too, and the Stug's... Where's the Stug? Where's the Stug? Where's the Stug? Stug's moving in. It's way too far away. Oh, there goes the KV-8. Rip. Rip. And he's building engineers now. He could build another KV-8, but Barton, I guess, wants his engineers. This MG,
I mean, his sweeper's right there. That's... I would have... He should have been walking, like, hand in hand with his KV-8s. And now... He knows, and thankfully he only lost 1 KV-8 in that engagement, so...
And you know what, in terms of tanks, Jove hasn't lost anything, so he can build another P4, and at that point, that's really hard for Barton to even hold with 2 AT guns and cons, because he has no mines anywhere, and he's spending all his munitions on all these silly strikes that aren't really doing much.
Yeah, I mean, he did get a little bit of breathing room here in the central with that push, but, you know, with the cost of a KV-8 was not worth it. And if I'm Jove right now, I'm thinking, great, I've killed that KV-8. I want to tech up to tier 4 and just get a Panther and obliterate any KV-8 that comes in my way. Because the Panzer IV does have trouble penetrating it sometimes.
On the other hand,
you may just play tier 3 heavy.
You've got railway artillery ready and conversion ready. I mean,
yeah, you may
I know railway artillery isn't the greatest thing, but
it forces retreats, man.
Yeah.
It sure does.
And especially with all these Zisk guns being kind of, you know, controlled.
He's got a Faust going off for... He was hoping to time it with that pack shot, but the pack...
Oh, yeah.
And the Faust was for naught. The shocks are just chilling here.
Stug's moving in behind the KV-8. All the shrubbery's been cut off or crushed down.
Yeah, he can attack ground through all this stuff too.
Yeah, let's take a look at Fog of War there. Yeah, he can see. If you look at Jove's Fog of War perspective, he can actually see from right there. It's actually kind of scary because You
Oh,
can tank
yeah.
up, you won't even notice.
That Pio sight range is brutal. You can
Mhm.
see a lot of stuff down the central lane. But Barton's taking up the north. His control's looking good here because the fear the KVH is walking up and
Oh
wiping stuff
yeah.
is real crazy.
The KV8 kind of forces the austere player to play just like molasses. Like, he can't move around with single units and attempt to cap because there's just such a high chance that your one unit's going to be picked off.
Yeah,
It's kind of like when Sturm Tiger comes out, you know, it's not even the fact that it's a deadly unit, it's just that you don't want to have a single unit pushing around. Yeah.
Yeah. And thankfully he didn't build that third MG because MGs are a huge liability versus KV8 because they get wiped so fast and they have to unpack and retreat, and it's just asking to lose your MGs. Look at this Ostrupin in the south. Instant retreat to that fucking July 4th barbecue over there.
And sorry, Fahu, I will slow down my camera movements.
Another Panzer IV coming out for Jove.
Yeah, I mean,
Third Zis gun from Barton, so they're... So what we said definitely turned out to be the case for Barton. He's just playing Zis gun, cons, and KV8s.
Send it right on top of the MG. Jove's retreating, but I'm not sure if he'll get out because that... Oh no, damage over time wasn't substantial enough. Easily. Oh, P4 is really hurt, but he's in friendly
Zis
territory.
guns and KV8s moving up, but that teller is still there.
Yep.
There's still a teller there.
Jove's gonna move the Stug
I think
because...
that one is south. Yeah.
Oh, the AT gun went off when the Zisses got ready. That would have been really bad.
I wonder... I hope with this third Zis gun coming out that he doesn't have him in the same control group as these other two, because all it takes is one nice flank with both those Panzer IVs to just annihilate AT gun walls, and that gives room for his infantry to push up. So I hope this other Zis gun covers the rear flank of the other Zis guns.
Teller's trying to be sweet, but the P4 stops that.
Nice.
Now at this point, what would you think would be a smarter idea? I mean, now that Jove has such a substantial armor force in all of his units, he's almost pop cap, he's at 95. Would it be wise to tech up, or does he kind of want to just hold and start spamming the railway already? Especially now that there's going to be 3 Zisses on the field.
Well, with this fuel income right now, it's pretty good. I would suggest at least going to Battle Phase 3 and then holding off on teching with the building. And just wait and see how the game pans out in the next few minutes and make a decision from there. Because you're right, you want to be able to have access to some sort of indirect fire with the railway. Because I would want to force these AT guns to reposition because he does have them all together here. KV8 is having trouble pathing through all the Zis guns, so...
There's some of the munitions used for your propaganda right in the middle. That, oh no, that P4 is... No, you're not paying attention to it, you might lose it. That's done. That's oh, wow. Jove, and he just converted munitions too and dropped railway already. Where is he dropping it?
He's dropping it... I don't see the flares.
Oh, jeez.
I hear that sound though, and it's scary as fuck.
Oh, he dropped it in the north? What?
Oh, he was trying to get that blob of infantry.
Yeah, but... I mean, they were moving
he's forced
anyways.
a full retreat.
Oh.
Yeah, that was not a good use
No,
of
even
that.
just putting in the center VP, that would have just stopped Barton from pushing completely. He'd have to go all the way around.
Yeah, at that point you'd have to sort of guess where he's going and drop it there, but at the same time you see the flare, so it doesn't help you.
Mortar.
So that
27-minute mortar by Jove. I mean, that's not a terrible idea with all these weapon crews on the field.
Yeah, he just knows those are a problem right now. And if I was Barton, I think... How much pop cap are KV8s? They're 14, so unfortunately he can't go to tier 3 and get a quad and just spam reinforces this guns on the field if he wants another KV8. So that is not an option unless he loses something. But if I was him, I'd definitely build a quad and not upgrade it, obviously, because he's not the Lend-Lease commander that can reinforce with the 120 upgrade. But yeah, I mean, I would do that right now if I was him. But another KVA is not bad either.
Yeah, no kidding. I gotta say, I think Jove's having a little bit of trouble keeping all his units attention on them because I'm noticing he's not really able to dodge Molotovs right now. That P4 was quite a silly loss there. It just kind of sat there and took all those volleys.
Yeah, this is where you can sort of assume that the players, both players, are really anxious and nervous, and you know, every mistake becomes compounded, and it leads to, you know, a sort of tilt, and you play a little worse and worse as the game goes on, and it just snowballs into something out of your control, and that's the game.
You know, and that's what
And,
separates the really, really good players from just the good. I mean, you
yep,
watch a player like
definitely
Pop,
true.
and Pop is always aggressive. You never see that guy eat nades, and you know he doesn't make those mistakes. He's a very aggressive player. Obviously, he's an all or nothing kind of guy, but you don't see his micro start fading away late game. He's always keeps cool. He's always calm. Performs under pressure.
Yeah, yeah, and the really, really good benefit to that is you can wait for your opponent to make the very same mistakes, and you can compound on. You can take advantage of that, and just come back into the game, even if you were at a disadvantage. You know, overconfidence in your position of the game. Like it could very well happen with Barton this game. You never know. You could just lose 2 of those Zis guns, and you know all the guys come swarming in. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Panzer Force
pair of
playing south.
KV8s. Did you see those 3 Ziscons volley out that teller mine? That was really funny.
Yeah, he attacked ground.
Yeah, he attacked
spotted
ground.
him there. I think he right-clicked it, actually. You can do that. If
Oh,
they're
geez, this
spotted.
P4 is in a terrible position. Running into 18-8s, 3 Ziscons. There's no chance. That's so unfortunate. What? There's no 18-8 going off. What? Did Barton not have munitions?
No, he has
Now he does, but at that time?
I think it's dead either way if he attack rounds.
No.
Right there in the... Oh, wow.
This KV8's engine damage, the P-Grens are moving in. Oh, the P4 might get away. This is where Barton made the mistake of not placing any mines anymore.
Yeah,
one of the smart things is to put mines all
I think
around
it's
your
dead
base.
anyway, though. Here you go. He's gonna...
Oh, that's
got it.
unfortunate. P-Grens get forced away. They don't take any model losses. Stug is trying to chase, but 3 Ziscons are ready.
Can't do that.
Oh, and then...
Because he's already sort of losing the game now after that. And if he lost to Stug, that would have been it.
2 P4s.
The pack's been decrewed. You see that? Up north, the pack's decrewed.
Where's that?
There's 1 pack and 1 Stug. Right there on the cutoff. Jove.
Okay. I don't see that. Oh, yeah, right there. No kidding. KV8 must have been taken out.
Yeah,
you know what?
KV8's...
Jeez. He's got to get back with that Stug. I mean, I know that KV8, he wants to dive it because it's so hurt.
Yeah, he can't, though. That Stug will be obliterated by 3 Ziscons.
You can take a look at this. The 2 KV8s and 3 Ziscons themselves are their own kind of independent fighting force. And up north, he's got all these squads just moving around capping. And Jove can't really do that. Jove doesn't have the capability to really split up into 2 separate kind of units. He has to keep everything together because he lost both those P4s. And the good thing about the P4 is the P4 gives you so much more autonomy with some supervised infantry.
Yeah.
And the Stug can't really fight by itself. There's nothing it can do. It can't really support Austruppen pushing infantry. It's not really something you want to use.
Yeah, and Jove was floating throughout this whole time. He just spawned another Austruppen and he made another MG42. For what reason? I don't know. I think he just wants to brute force his way on his side of the map because he's lost everything up north.
I mean, when you take a look at it in terms of the army sizes, I mean, yeah, Barton's fully capped out because of the tanks.
Yeah.
But Jove does have substantial infantry. It's just that this late into the game, like making Austruppen squads, and I mean, he might be better served at building a Gren squad, giving it an LMG, and trying to get it all vetted up, because Vet Zero Austruppen really are just liabilities at this point.
I mean, yeah, he could have also had a Panther by now instead of that second Panzer IV that was just wasted. He could have had a Panther, and that would have been real trouble for the KV8s, and the Ziscons can't just penetrate it all the time, so there's that sort of last.
Oh jeez, pair of KV8s moving in. The pack's not perfectly positioned yet. Now it's moving. Teller's trying to go out. You know, as heavily armored and HP pool as the KV8 is, the pack still do substantial damage to it. It's
yeah.
I think people get overconfident with KV8s because, you know, a long time ago when KV8s were like meta. I mean, I think this is before you started playing the game. KV8s had a retarded HP pool, and they were truly just like they were truly the definition of tank. And I think people still have that in the back of their mind. Those have been playing since 2013 as one of those kind of phantom stats that they still think exists.
Yeah. Well, as long as I've been playing, it's been a good unit. It's definitely better than now that as far as I remember it.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you started playing when in 2014, right?
Pretty much like December, January.
December, January of 2014, 2015.
January of this year.
Oh shit, yeah. So there was a certain point where, I mean, the Flame half-track was OP, the KV-8 was stupid OP. Like, when the KV-8 came out, it was just a base rush because it had so much HP and burned everything down super quick.
Yeah, I was aware of the Sniper and Clown Cars. I had the game prior, but I'd only played like 4v4 and like Comp Stomps. I wasn't a serious player. I didn't play this game often. It would only be with like one other friend. But
Joe Jan, the Aryan
January
man.
or so. Yeah, exactly. And January is the time when I saw my first KO2 stream, which was Siberian, and I signed up on .org and sort of became more serious with the game. But if you see this, he's building a Panzergren squad. He can't spawn that because he's Popcat.
And he built an Ostwind.
He built an Ostwind, yeah. He's definitely having trouble with all this infantry. And most cons are Vet 3, so...
You know what, to be fair, the
Ostwind got their
Ostwind
nice little buff.
Isn't actually threatened by the KV-8s either. And it does do better anti-infantry, so I'm kind of inclined to say that the Ostwind might even be a better decision than the P4.
It could be, because he's got a good contrast. He's got heavy anti-infantry in the Ostwind and heavy anti-tank with the Stug in the pack, so...
Oh no, the 3 Zis guns. Oh jeez, that volley damage is just insane.
Yeah, and since this house is dead here, he can attack ground through it and it'll go through.
Oh,
but he
man.
did not attack ground.
I mean,
the Stug is Vet 1, so he has that nice little...
main gun disabled.
It's not target weak point anymore. Yeah, it's
main gun disabled.
Aim shot.
The description still says stun enemy crew, but yeah, now it just disables the main gun. You know, at this point, the game is really favored to Barton, but just like Barton through that first KV-8, I think there's still a lot of fighting left for Jove. And in terms of VPs,
definitely.
they're neck and neck. The map's control's gone left and right, but their VP game has been very solid for both sides.
Yeah, this game is not ending anytime soon, and Barton queued up a mortar, but just like Jove, well, Jove did get his second Panzergren squad on. He's got another set of Shreks, but Barton can't get it out until he uses a bit of Popcat.
Yeah, and then at that point, he's not going to be able to reinforce his con squads fully. Oh, geez, Vet 2 KV-8.
Stug there tried to sneak in. The Stug tried to sneak in there on the KV-8s, but the Zis guns just made sure he had to back off.
I mean, you got a little cheeky trench in the middle now. Joe's got a pretty solid hold in the middle, to be completely honest. There's not really... oh, this flank, though. And the Incendiary. That is the beautiful part about this doctrine. The Incendiary just pushes...
There's flames everywhere.
Yeah. And Fear Propaganda. Oh, no, that wasn't Incendiary. It was Fear Propaganda, but same thing.
Forced that pack to retreat on the first burst. Wow. I never see that shit. That's Railway coming down right there.
Again, he put it
by
in
the
wrong
shrub.
Spot.
Yeah, now that's just a no-go zone for a bit. His Ostwind is sort of risking it there. He stopped just short of that burst.
That trench is eating shit too. I mean, he should have put that railway... I mean, he doesn't have to necessarily target on units. He has to target it more towards Barton's side. Because it's a no-go zone. You're not really using the railway to kill anything. Because at this level...
Yeah, you're just scaring him away pretty much.
This level, dodging a railway shot is not anything special or hard, right? Like, it's... If you eat a railway shell, you deserve to eat shit. Like, that's really what it is at this level.
Yeah, you may get unlucky like Bryce did with his RNG bombs. I mean, it's understandable how that happened, but I think that's what cost him the game. But yeah, it's the same concept with the railway artillery. Yeah, both players fully Popcat. This is great.
This is what I was so excited about, because I've casted a couple of games solo and they're not really like of this caliber.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh gee, that P-Grunt just makes it out.
That P-Grunt's roasted, man. Oh wow.
I love what this game is.
Barely.
It's been like close to Popcat for the past like 15 minutes. There hasn't been like a huge loss in terms of, except for those P4s, there hasn't been like a huge loss where one side's completely lopsided. Both sides have enough manpower in reserve, enough fuel, or at least Barton has enough fuel in reserve, that any losses are...
Oh, that Austin's going down.
Oh no, Austin's fine, but the Stug's going down, and there's a Shrek there! No, the Stug's gone, there's a Shrek that got dropped.
Wow.
I think,
that pack wall A-moving is too strong.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he could have gotten Ostwind if he wasn't A-moving with those Zis guns, because they all shifted away, and he could have gotten like full extra volley off on the Ostwind, and that would have been game with the Stug and the Ostwind down with 2 KV-8s still on the field. But
and
it may still be over anyway with that Shrek.
Oh,
That Shrek,
man.
though, is it gonna connect? It's almost
Oh
dead.
my god, dude. Oh, the
my
MG
goodness.
just well, not really instant suppression, but close range suppression.
Yeah, Molotov, I think, is gonna go down on that pack. Yeah, there you go.
You know, Barton should just push that KV-8 in right now because Jove's lines
Yeah, if
are
I was
so
Barton, I'd just
scattered.
switch to that little mini bitch cannon and rush that Oswin. One of my KV8s, because I have 500 fuel right now. I don't care if I lose my
Oh,
KV8.
man. Jove's on the back foot. He's got building another stud.
Building another stud, yeah.
Oh man.
We see this little trail of lava almost wiped his con.
Oh, where's the? Oh,
That's
jeez.
happened to me before, where I retreated. You know, after a good while, the KV8's already been gone. The lava field's still there.
Oh man, the church just went on fire too. See, the lava field is what I think made the KV-8 so potent this patch.
Yep.
Because DOT is insane. Oh, there goes the church. Rest in peace, everybody.
Yeah, I know pack retreat is a thing, doggy, but it's not as common in the fear propaganda.
Especially on the first
Burst.
leaflet shell. Yeah, that was kind of nuts.
It's uncommon, but it does happen.
Look, even considering how much Jove has lost, he still has a good portion of the map. He still has both VPs. I think Barton's having trouble now with all his units focusing on capping the north, because this shock squad can just go up right now and start capping everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that Molotov right in the
definitely.
trench.
Well, his stud can't come out because he decided to build a third MG and a second Panzer Grenadier.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to wait till some considerable losses to field that thing.
You know what's
Look
good
at this
with Jove right now is the volley of 4 Shreks takes a KV-8 down to half health, and Barton's not a super risky player right now. He's going to always retreat, it seems like. And now that the
Yeah, he
Ostrupen are
just
so
seems to
expendable,
go in for that little burst and back up.
because this Ostrupen, supported by the P-Grens, means he can volley and then follow up with a Panzerfaust, and it's going to practically guarantee that ending for it. Like right now, here, watch this. So 4 Shrek volley, Panzerfaust hitting. Oh, the Panzerfaust bounced? Oh, never mind. I don't think he actually got it off.
If only he activated... Oh, he doesn't have munitions, but if he did, he could have activated target weak point, and that would have been a dead KV8.
No, it would have been stunned though. It just would have been main gun disabled. I remember that.
No, the pack didn't get the target weak point removed, just the stud and
you're
the
right.
Tiger Ace.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Pack's still as good as it's always been.
Jeez. Uh-oh, this Ostwind, it's getting volleyed. Jove's not paying attention again. Oh, man.
Oh, he's late on that. That's dead.
He goes from having, like, the biggest armored force in the field to just down to 1 tank at a time, and that pack's gonna take
pack,
it.
it's
Oh,
not-
man. Vet 2 gone.
That's the problem with all these team weapons. You just giving them away. Oh, man. That was brutal.
Damn.
Here comes the Zisguns to rape that pack to oblivion.
Oh, and this Stug's gonna push up. He doesn't see the Zisguns, and
Yeah,
really
right. At this
unfortunate
point,
position.
he's on tilt, I think, and he's just trying to kill that.
yeah, this volley's gonna. He's attack grounding. He might not even get a hit in. You know, right
Good
now.
thing he has that elevation though, because his Zisguns are gonna miss more
Yeah.
oftentimes. I don't even know if Barton right now is attack grounding. I don't know if you can target through there.
You know, Barton's just got to fix up both those KV-8s, and I think right into the base he can win the game that way. And if he loses one of them, well, he can replace them in about like a half a minute.
Yeah.
500 fuel. It's just manpower-wise, which, you know, late game when you have almost a full pop cap army, you're always going to have manpower issues. And this Vet 3 Zis, I would maybe go get that healed up. I don't want to lose that.
Yeah, I mean, once those, 2 of them are Vet 2. One of the Vet 2 is almost Vet 3, and once they get Vet 3, their rate of fire becomes really, really insane. And when you have 3 of them, then Tier 3 Austere is just gonna get annihilated. And this is why he should have teched a Panther when he was in the lead instead of that other Panzer IV. But unfortunately, that's coming back to bite him, and he's having a really tough time dealing with this wall.
I think Jove's only hope really now is to just be annoying and try to win on DPs, and these trenches are a good way to, and all the MGs. I mean, you know he has the 3 MGs, and it might have been a silly idea, but in terms of the pure infantry battle, he's going to be winning all of them.
This is true.
Oh, the railway, finally he uses it somewhere that I agree with. On the retreat path and right by the church.
But I don't think it's going to connect with anything.
It's not, but it gives him. I mean, there's not really any infantry to move in.
Gives
in
him a
the
little
first place.
room.
Yeah, it gives him a little bit of room. Where's that landing?
But Jove is being really persistent on the VP control, which is good. He's edging out a little decent advantage over Barton now with a slight lead going on. And those MGs do help with the VP control, especially when it gets desperate towards the later end of the game.
Yeah, now
Guns are fully healed up.
The mortar that Barton built's actually a really good idea because you can see it's got Vet 2. It's been doing some damage. All these trenches and all these, you know, infantry soft blobs, the mortar's just softening it up, and that's doing a really good job.
Yeah, you see that unfinished teller? Am I the only one there? You see it by the central VP. Oh, he just canceled it.
He just canceled. I did see it when you were talking about though.
Yeah,
oh,
I think he has an issue with this.
The Zis guns get caught out of position, or not really out of position by the P-grunts, but oh,
yeah,
the KV8s are coming in.
Shreks.
Oh, something died for Barton. Infantry squad. Oh, maybe I was retreating.
There's a conscript. Yeah, he's down to 3 conscripts now.
Yeah, this is the first game we got him. Oh, damn, that fear propaganda at the perfect time just pinned that Panther squad.
Pin that Shrek.
And right before it could fire. And this Ostrupin squad needs to get out of there. But he's in the soft retreat because that pack's supporting him. And, oh. You know what? This looks like...
I wonder how these burn Romanians smell.
See, now, Vet 2. Vet 2 increases speed, right? That's for the KV8. Yeah,
KV8,
mobility and weapon targeting.
Yeah.
You know what? Now, that's really scary for Jove. 2 Vet 2 KV8. That's going to be Vet 3 super soon.
Vet 3 is murder, man. The burst lasts longer and it gets a range increase. And one of them's almost Vet 3.
It's going to be kind of silly now. There's the only AT units that... I mean, Jove has quite a bit of AT, don't get me wrong, but they're also... both are all extremely vulnerable to the KV8s. And the one that isn't, the Stug, is vulnerable to these triple Zis guns, so... Yeah,
that was the problem with units like this, the Croc and the KVAs, because they hard counter their hard counter. And, you know, that's kind of silly, and I think maybe a restriction being placed on the KVA would have been beneficial. You know, only being allowed to build 1 would have been a nice little...
I mean, it doesn't have the same, like, I guess, field presence of
it's definitely not the Croc. It's not the Croc.
It's not the Croc or anything, but it's like 1 is too little to limit, and 2 is too many KV8s. It's kind of weird. Like, if there was a 1.5 KV8s, it'd be okay. But you can't really do that.
You have strategies like this, while effective, are most definitely...
Railway's dropping on the Zis guns.
He's
not paying attention. He's not paying attention.
What are you doing?
Yes! Oh my god! All your Zis is rest in peace. The Stug can move in now. Come on, Jove, you could do it. You could do it. Oh, they all blow up. Oh my god. Dude.
Wow.
Fucking Barton, man. Barton! Get fucked! Oh, jeez. Dude, that's so brutal. That's so brutal.
He needs to get the 1 that he has left and get the fuck out of there.
Dude, he's got like he's rebuilding another one. He's spending all his manpower on this.
He's getting an engine.
Oh my god, Jove, move in, dude. He has nothing stopping him. What is he doing?
Wow.
Oh my god.
Can't believe that just happened.
I was just talking about how you can't fuck up railway or like get hit by railway already that bad in high level games, and Barton just proved me wrong. Holy shit.
Oh man.
Oh,
he screwed this one here.
Now Jove is kind of jerking himself off and he's not retreating this pile squad.
Yeah, he's too busy saving that video for trending right now instead of playing the game.
Oh jeez.
He's back up to 2 Zis guns, and that's plenty.
Yeah, Jove's gotta take his advantage while he has it. Like,
yeah, that was not a good usage of that fucking miracle right there.
Yeah, man.
Look at those fucking Zis guns, man. And now he has 0 vet, man. Even if he has 2,
it's not
back to fucking vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Jeez. You know what? And
I thought that was the game right there, but Jove just insisted on not pursuing his
you know,
advantage.
to be fair, I think Jove was just jerking himself off. Like, when you get that good of a hit, you kind of just drop your keyboard and start unzipping your pants and rubbing one out.
Even at this tournament, I mean, I guess auto match, sure, but like right now, when you're playing for all this money,
Oh man.
come on.
Jeez. And the fear propaganda. This is where, if the game goes down to the wire on VPs, Barton has that advantage of being able to stop the caps. But fuck, otherwise, you're down to 3 cons and a shock, and you still got 4 Vet 3 or almost all Vet 3 Ostrupen, 3 MGs, 2 Pgrens. We're looking real good here.
Yeah, Jove's got another trench up north. He's got 2 Ostrupen that are about to get roasted.
The one just got roasted right there.
Oh man, the other one in the garrison's gonna take extra damage because it's in green cover.
But they're not even moving in.
I don't
Another
think he sees
Ostrupen
it.
gets called in, so now we're back to vanilla one.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense to just keep calling in more Ostrupen instead of Grens that are gonna get killed even faster versus the KV8s, and you know they cost you more, so that makes sense. Alright, there we go. KV8's moving in on the trench.
Yeah, Ostrupen got to get out of there, dude. They're gonna. Ooh,
there is a teller mine though, right there.
Man.
I don't know if it gets
But
aggressive.
he-
He might
there's
hit
no-
it.
Yeah, there's no reason for him to push over that because the pack's there. He gonna be hiding
Yeah, the
behind
pack
there.
is there. So that is actually good luck for Barton to be forced off by that pack instead of being aggressive.
Yeah, no kidding. That 3
'Cause
mortar.
maybe
That's what I want to see get wiped. Jove has enough fuel now to get another P4. And at this point, that could be extremely good for him now.
I don't know. We'll see what he decides. I don't know if he's like kicking himself over not building tier 4 and getting out of Panther when he could, or if he's like just sticking to what he's been doing and getting another P4. I mean, he's got the resources now. He hasn't queued it up. And I'm curious to see if Barton's going to build another Ziska.
Yeah, like, this is what I see right now in terms of Joe's position.
KV8.
Oh, another railway right there. He's moving this time. But
That mortar's not though. Okay, there we go.
Little bit of damage.
Not gonna catch him twice with that, I hope.
3 KV8s, holy shit. Okay, I was gonna say, the reason the P4 might be the smarter idea right now is Jove is like, he's a bit behind in terms of, like, he's very fragile. He has a lot of shit, but he's very fragile. And that KV8 gives him something hard to hold back. I don't want to start using those words, but okay. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
But
I think the problem is with going with the Panzer IV is that the Panzer IV is not going to be able to take on these KV8s because of the Ziscon and because of this goddamn Shrekcon that's just following his KV8s. And he needs a Panther to be able to deal with this stuff because a Panzer IV is going to come out, get one shot off, and just get chased away by his Ziscon column. While the Panther can just snipe it from range and be able to consistently bounce long-range Ziscon shots, so especially when they're Vet 0.
Dude, he just gangbanged it with 3 of them. And he starts building emergency Stugs or something because the base rape is starting. Barton's moving
he's going
in.
for the base. There is no teller mine on this side now.
Barton's such a little bitch, man. He can move 2 KV8s in and... Oh my god. Barton! Why you have to be bitch? Dude, he could have pushed in there with the two KV8s. And
that's the problem with one control group.
Yeah. Vet 3 though now. Oh,
that was definitely like one. Yeah.
Oh man. Vet 3.
Look at that range now. That's croc range.
Here, what time are you at right now?
52:04.
Okay, I'm a bit ahead of you, so I'm gonna pause at 52:12 and then just catch up to me.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Alright.
Well, Barton suffered. He's lost his hero shock squad. He's lost another conscript.
Oh man, I haven't even noticed that.
Just took engine damage. He's about to lose his
the Stug! Dude, the Stug took a whole volley and he's moving so slowly out of the way. What are you doing, Jove? Jove!
Rip!
You Oh my god.
The KV made it out of it, man.
This is what gets frustrating about the 50-minute games. It's just like, you know these guys are great players and then they just start fucking around.
Hey man, I don't know, man. This has been relatively consistent, but yeah, that sucks. Jove suffered from that sort of foolishness with like 3 tanks now just idling in front of 2-3 resistance. So
it's that same
think you
little
put
area.
more emphasis on controlling your tanks and vehicles.
Where that Stug has died is exactly where the other 2 tanks have died too. It's that exact same area. You can see all the little wrecks laying around. It's the same area.
I think he's just cursed, maybe.
Yeah. You know, I have to apologize. People are right. Barton is scared of the teller mines. There aren't any really around now, but there have been so many in this game, so
yeah,
I do understand why.
But the problem is he committed to that little choke point, and that's where a lot of tellers get planted, and he rolled right through there, and he didn't hit a mine. So I don't think that's what caused them to push back in that instance. Maybe in other times, but that one definitely not. He went in. There is no way that was going through his mind right then and there.
There we go. Pair of packs. This wall has its own counterpart now.
Yeah.
KV8s are all really hurt too. Oh, the third KV8's out again. So again, this is that fragile situation I'm talking about, where if these KV8s all kind of converge at once in different directions, those packs are going to be wiped. The P-Grens can't hold the ground. Ostrupen are maybe going to oust one or two of them, and that could be the game for Jove. But Price is, or not Price, sorry, Barton. I mean, they go same shit, right?
They're one and the same.
One and the same. You know, like, he's psychologically so scared of those tellers, and it's a rational fear, but
yeah, he has hit them in this game.
He's hit them so many times. I mean, he lost his first KV8 right in the little point where the piles are placing their S-mines right now. So I understand the fear, but with our little omniscient viewpoint, we could see right now that Barton can finish the game in minutes if he so chooses to.
Yeah, but this is the conservative play from Barton, not like you saw he like half committed to that KV8 push, the 3 KV8,
like,
and then he backed off. You know, when you're in that sort of position, you either commit or you don't make the play, because it's gonna cost you a KVA, which it did.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what the silly thing was, especially in that fight that pissed me off, was the one hurt KV8. Because he control grouped them all back at the same time, the hurt KV8 was blocked. If he was, you know, microing a bit better, he would have moved the 2 full health KV8s in to soak some damage, wipe some shit.
Look at this 3-man Shrek.
Oh my god, it's 3 of them now. Okay, see, that's where the single KV8s trying to push off lone squads aren't going to be able to do that anymore. And oh, that con squad, will it eat shit? It eats shit!
I think it's a red cover. Yeah,
there it goes. There it goes.
Yep, that's a 4th KV8.
Oh god.
Maybe he needs to go up through the south right here. Oh, Jove has a teller mine on his flank. He expects like a base push with the KV8s. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see them.
Yeah, I was thinking if I have 4 KV8s, I'm just going to the base, man. But
see,
wow, that's some good insight there from Jove, protecting his base.
Third pack
he's got a shit ton of.
Yeah, he's got 3 heavy anti-tank infantry squads, 3 packs, a bunch of Ostrupen. If it's gonna come down to basically
these 2 KV8s.
Micro anything.
I think the pack's gonna fire and he's gonna push in on the pack.
Oh, but the teller, he's right on top of the teller. That's not a.
But if you hit, I don't know, man. But if you hit that teller right then, it would have blown up the pack too. But
yeah.
This is the problem now, that Barton doesn't have the staying power with his infantry. Look at this, 1 con, 2 NGs versus this horde of infantry that Jove has.
You know what? Honestly, I think
plays his card rights. This is over, man.
Jove is in a really good position right now, and it's honestly going to come down to him being on point with his micro. If every squad is using their shit properly, he can Faust, he can, you know, alpha strike down the KV8s with the packs and the Panzerschrecks. Oh, the sweeper's coming up the south though. There goes that Ostrupen squad. Oh no, he gets away.
Wow.
The Barton sees
another
that teller.
Simultaneous push. Look at this Shrek volley. It's about to go.
Oh my god! Dude, there goes the KV8.
Rip!
Oh man. And another KV. Okay, the KV8's moving up south. There's only a single pack there. That's vet 2.
There's no teller.
There's no teller either.
Safe spot he's gonna push.
Dude, the vet 3 MG, the vet 3 KV8 killing the Ostrupen. There's just too much going on.
He's not using target weak point. He's got 320
he's attack grounding this
He needs to save his. He needs to save his flank. Even though there is 2 KVAs, he needs to stall it so he can have time to.
Everything is going down. And Tristan, Alpha Strike means, I mean, it's an Eve turn, but basically it means that you have an extremely high amount of damage in a slow amount of time. So alphaing a unit off the field means that you can essentially one-shot a unit off the field by virtue of how. Oh my god, that mortar just hit the teller and blew up that Panzerschreck squad.
Dude, that was absurd.
God.
That was absurd.
Was that railway drop?
railway mid.
Oh, eat shit, sis! And that KV8,
just killed in another KV8.
Oh man, 4 KV8s. We're down to 2 packs, 2 Panzerschreck squads. Jove is in trouble. serious trouble. If all these
And
KVAs
it's so
push
cool.
right now,
You
it's
can
over.
see the shadow of the railway shell like on the ground as it's coming down and fucking
Incendiary right on top of
obliterate
MG.
yeah.
Scatters
look
a
at
bit, doesn't really do much to it. The KV8s are moving in. They're gonna start bouncing
That's-
shots. All 4 KV8s in the mid. I think this is over. I think Jove can't hold back the red tide.
Wow.
Oh no!
Yeah, there you go. This huge push. No teller mine up the mid of his
Panzer
base.
Strikes. You know what?
Now-
There's a potential here though. You know,
No, man, there's 4 KV8s. He's gonna decrew all of these packs. He might lose 1 or 2 KV8s, but he is nothing
No,
when
no,
the
no,
packs
no.
get.
Look at this. He's reinforcing. He can Faust these. Oh shit! Never mind that. Man, there's
No,
the
this
pack
is
as
game
well.
over, man.
Oh man.
Look at that.
Oh man.
That's game.
All these Panzer Strikes on the ground.
Yeah, now this
That's
fresh
it.
KV8. Yeah, GG.
GG. Hour-long game. I need to
Wow.
play that glorious Soviet anthem in the background right now. That was just that was an insane Soviet push there.
Wow, dude. I don't know what they were thinking in not restricting the KVA, because winning like that is kind of dumb. But hey, well played by both players. That was a fun game to watch.
Oh yeah.
Really entertaining. But that's the game.
Beautiful. Let's see if we're getting in second game of the way.
Nice music.
Score up too, so that's 1-0 for Barton. I just want to go over the stats real quick.
Oh wow, Korean Army. Dude, Dev M got 2-0'd by Paul.
Get fucked. Paula
Wow,
2-0.
good job, Paul.
Jeez. Atta boy.
Well played, man. I can't wait to watch that game. Cruz got 2-0'd by Korean Army. Holy shit.
Damn, man, that was an amazing game. That was one of the
Yeah,
best
man.
games I've seen in a while. I mean, on one hand, I'm not a fan of the KV8 play because it's kind of cheesy, but damn, that was just such an fucking on the edge of my seat the whole time, man.
Yeah, dude.
71,000
Did you save
damage.
the cast? You should upload that.
Yeah,
That
I'm
was
gonna save
insane.
that. Actually, okay, I just finished recording that one, so that's I have to locally record my cast as well because Twitch is gonna mute it from all the music I'm playing.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you took care of it, man. Got the
Yeah.
insight. I'm gonna restart my game.
Sure, man.
You pushed it aside and didn't clean. Well, I mean, that's not my bed. It's just a bunch of fucking storage on it. Nobody uses that bed. Everyone just throws their stuff on it, so it's not my responsibility to clean it. But, you know, whatever.
Thanks, Hans. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm either gonna upload it on my
Hans,
channel,
thanks.
and I'm gonna give it to .org for Ami. Ami wanted the VODs as well, so I'm gonna give it to both of them. Man, 5 cons built,
Crossfire.
4 resist guns,
Thanks,
7
Dr. My
KV8s.
bonus.
7 KV8s.
Man,
What a
that's
game.
like I said, guys. You don't underestimate Paul's determination to win. Because I remember watching a stream, Devin stream, and he beat Paul like 7 times in a row, and it was just so excruciating to watch. Because Paul was getting stomped in every single game. They weren't even close. But now he's proven himself in the bigger sense of it in the big tournament, and he's just 2-0 Devin. Wow. On
Hey,
Kalani Firma too. I was thinking when I saw the initial matchup, U.S. forces versus Austria on Kalani, I was like, wow, U.S. is just gonna have the best time. But you know, I wasn't sure about this fixed spawn, who spawns where.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, that could have had a factor. But
Hey, just by the
Wow.
way, second game's up.